All right, so got a service call. It's been raining and this water heater is sort of exposed. You can see it's kind of covered but sort of exposed. So I think a lot of rainwater got in there. But you can see all the water at the bottom. And it's been getting in there for a while, but they said it starts up and then the flame on it dies. So it kind of is like raging out of control and then dies. So that sounds like the TRD to me, but we will see what's going on with this valve. So I was just talking to the tenant. They got a little issue with the TMP right there. I'll just kind of give you guys a bird's eye view. So it's a direct vent to atmosphere here, no ducting, but it's kind of exposed a little bit. But we will see what's going on with it here. Gotta drain the water out of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of water.
Oh, okay.
See all the water? You can see it. It's just pouring out. It's because of the rain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the rain, the wind, and the water gets inside,
Oh, okay.
and it can't breathe. So the oxygen, it blocks it off.
Oh, okay.
So when I see that, I just drill some holes. That way, if it rains later, it'll drain out.
Oh, okay.
So it should help keep it going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's good for it.
Okay.
And you can't really do much more damage to it, right? Because it's already pretty rusty. Oh yeah, there's a ton of water. Yeah, it's like it can hold up to right here.
They have water. Right?
All the water.
That's why it's off the fire, huh?
Yeah, it might be leaking, but it's probably the rain.
Yeah.
You know, but who knows? Even if it's leaking, you could just watch it, you know, for a couple of days. If the water just keeps coming and coming and coming over the period of a week, you know, after the rain stops.
Uh-huh.
Because that's a lot of water over there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't usually see that much. Then you know that the tank is bad. The water heater is bad.
Oh, okay.
But at least you'll have hot water.
Okay.
So it'll be leaking, but and then you tell your landlord, and he can get you another one, you know.
Okay.
But at least, you know, the most important thing is you have hot water.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I do that for people. They'll call.
But can you tell it to him to maybe
Sure.
need another one, please?
Yeah, I'll tell him what I think, but you know, we'll see what he does. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. So first things first, you got to drain the water out. You just find it at the lowest point. So this is kind of sagging. So I just hit it at the lowest point.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I'll drill another hole and let that water drain out of here. Okay. So we got a pilot light. So that's good. You guys get in there. So water is still coming out of this water heater. Okay, so it does not look like the TRD. Looks like it probably just had too much water in there because it fired right up. So get rid of this light. You guys can see it's blinking normal operation. We'll let it run for a little bit. All right, thank you. Thank you, sir. So it's on now.
It's on? Okay.
It's on and it's normal.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let it run for a little while. It'll kind of dry itself out.
Yeah.
Maybe drill some more holes. Make sure all that water gets out of there.
It's out of there, right?
There was a lot of it every time I drilled a new hole. So
I wanna put like a plywood.
yeah, maybe on the side.
I wanna frame like a little bit more. This one is more high.
Yeah. So it looks like this is leaking too.
Oh, okay.
So what happens is the water runs down the side, and it gets inside right here, and it goes in.
Oh,
It'll weep right through those holes.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully that's all it was, but we'll watch it here for a little bit. But.
Yeah, I watched videos because I don't know how to, including I don't know how to stutter.
Oh, to start it?
Yeah. And I see video. They say, you put in pilot, and you stay
it,
like
you wait.
yeah. But he say this one is all time. This one is like no good for this. That's what he say. The YouTube guys.
Oh, the YouTube guy.
Yeah, YouTube guy. He say this one is not much good.
Oh, the Rheem.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah, sometimes the valves, sometimes the Rheem valves, they get buggy. You know, they break. And that's what I thought it was. You know, based on what the owner...
I tried it and I see it's on. But when I move it to low, it's good. But when I put it high, it's go like burn and then it.
Really?
Again.
It was probably the water.
The water inside, huh?
Yeah, because there's no air.
Yeah, no air.
Yeah, there's no air. So the first thing I do when I see. Well, I know it's been raining.
Yeah.
Like I know. I don't live very far. I live like 3 miles away.
Oh, okay.
I live very close, like Grant Hill, you know?
Okay.
So I know it's been raining, and I know and I saw the picture. He showed me the picture, and I'm like, that's a water heater outside in the rain.
Yeah.
So anytime you get a water heater outside in the rain, and water, you know, if it dumps off the roof, I've had water heaters like with this much water, and it gets everything wet, and it puts out the fire, right? It puts out the pilot, and it gets everything wet, and you go to spark it, and there's no electricity, you know?
Oh, okay.
So that's what it was. I think it just had too much water, but I'm gonna drill some more holes, and and that way when it rains again, and you'll know because you'll.
Yeah, I wanna try to I put like a 2x4 here and a plywood over there for maybe like a paper up there.
That'll help, because you know the wind.
Rain, it's go like
the rain goes sideways. Yeah, and if it can get anything wet, if it can get it wet, and it runs down the side, it's definitely, I mean, it's definitely running down right now.
Yeah.
So I would say probably. I'll try and tighten this, but I think he might have to replace the water heater.
Okay.
Because, let me go ahead and show them. So you might have to replace the water heater because it's leaking really bad where the TMP connects to the tank. So it's just running down. I don't know if you guys could see it, but it's running. It's just cascading down the side and it's getting right inside the chamber. Now it can drain out.
Yeah.
So I'll drill some more holes. So that might have been where the water came from.
Okay.
You know, probably the rain a little bit, but I'd say definitely right here.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just one of those things. I don't have another one with me, but I'll try and turn it one more time and get it tight and see what I can do, and then maybe that'll stop the water. But I'll drill like 2 or 3 more holes down here, so that way when the water gets in, it'll have some place to go.
Okay.
And then meanwhile, there'll be a lot of heat. And it's gonna counteract the water. It's gonna dry it out.
Yeah.
So we'll hope for the best, but
all right.
Oh yeah, this thing is done right here.
Good.
Let me see if I have another one in my truck. Okay, so I had a backup temperature pressure relief valve in my truck. So we're gonna try and replace this one. We're gonna have to drain some water out of it first because it's under pressure. Okay, so hooked up a hose because when I went to tighten the TMP, water was squirting out all over, so I'm going to replace it, hopefully keep that from leaking, or at least get it back to where it was. And that should hopefully stop the water, so the water's draining over there. And you can hear it just sucking air out of there. Got to drain it down past here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I can take this out. Because it's just coming down like crazy. As soon as I tightened it, it started squirting.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it needs some immediate service. But yeah, I'd say it's probably this, maybe more than the rain.
Oh, okay.
So this was just really in bad shape. I got tired of waiting for the water to drain down, so I went ahead and did it. So I went ahead and tightened this as best I could because we know those leak, and put a new TMP in. And hopefully this one doesn't drip a little, but that's the least of this water heater's problems. And turn the water back on. Can you do me a favor? Go excuse me. Go inside the house and turn on your hot water until the air stops. Because there's a little bit of air.
Okay.
All right, thank you. It's still squirting out of here real bad. See if I can get it to stop. Alright, well that was an epic failure there, so this is what we're left with now. Probably shouldn't have touched it. Well, that's what we did, tried to make it better. And now this water heater is screwed. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some.